The events connected to the Bosnian Serb takeover of the UN safe area of Srebrenica on July 11, 1995, are well known to the world. Despite UN Security Council Resolution 819, which stated that the enclave should be free from any armed attack or any other hostile act, units of the army of the Republika Srpska launched an attack and overran the town. Within days, Bosnian Serb forces had expelled approximately 25,000 people who had lived in the enclave, the majority women, children, and the elderly, and amid an atmosphere of terror boarded them onto overcrowded buses to transport them across the front lines and into territory controlled by the army of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Bosnian Muslim men of military age in Srebrenica, however, were slated for a different fate. Thousands of men who tried to escape the area were captured, held in inhuman conditions, and then executed. More than 7,000 were never again seen alive. Over a period of several weeks from September to the start of October in 1995, Bosnian Serb forces unearthed the remains of executed men from a portion of a primary mass graves and reburied them into secondary graves in more remote locations.
Srebrenica is located in the Drina River valley of eastern Bosnia, around 15 kilometers from the Serbian border. For decades prior to the collapse of Yugoslavia, members of different ethnic groups coexisted in Srebrenica. In 1991, of the city's 37,000 inhabitants, 27,000 were Muslim and 9,000 Serb. In April 1992, amid the collapse of Yugoslavia, Serb paramilitary groups took control of Srebrenica. A month later, the town was retaken by the Army of Republic Bosnia and Herzegovina. In September, Army of Republic Bosnia and Herzegovina forces succeeded in linking Srebrenica to the neighboring town Žepa. However, the enclave remained isolated from the majority of the Army of Republic Bosnia and Herzegovina. In January 1993, Bosnian Serb forces launched an offensive to take over the areas around Srebrenica, which had been under the control of the Army of Republic Bosnia and Herzegovina. After months of fighting, the link between Srebrenica and Žepa was severed. Muslims from neighboring areas fled to Srebrenica, swelling the town's population to 60,000.
On April 16, 1993, the UN Security Council issued a resolution requiring that each side's forces withdraw from Srebrenica and its environs, declaring it a safe area that should be free from any armed attack or any other hostile act. The first group of UNPROFOR soldiers arrived in Srebrenica on April 18, 1993, after which new rotations of forces arrived every 6 months.
The peacekeeping force was lightly armed and at no point numbered more than 600 soldiers, which was already far less than a number initially requested. The force set up a small command center in Srebrenica, base Bravo, and a larger central base in Potočari, about 5 kilometers north of town. In addition, the UNPROFOR peacekeeping force erected 13 observation posts around the perimeter of the enclave. In January 1995, a battalion from Holland arrived, as did several convoys carrying food. In March and April, the Dutch peacekeeping forces defending the town observed Bosnian Serb forces setting up fortifications in surrounding areas. The Drina Corps of the Army of Republika Srpska was preparing its major assault on Srebrenica.
With UN Resolution number 836 of June 4, 1993, the UN Security Council decided to ensure full respect of the safe areas, expanding UNPROFOR's mandate to deter attacks on the enclave. The resolution also authorized the use of air power to support UNPROFOR in carrying out its mandate.